I anticipated that nuclear war will take place this year, so the Khilafah state would be restored with Imam al-Mahdi, which means that perhaps King Salman has a few years well to live again. This is a fulfillment of the prophecy of Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Say what you want about the hadith, it is true. It has been fulfilled. The prophecy has been fulfilled. He said, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, yushiku ya'ti ala nasi zaman. It will not be long before that time will come. La yabqa min al-Islam illa ismu, when nothing will remain of Islam but the name. Wa la yabqa min al-Qur'an illa rasma, when nothing will remain of the Qur'an except the traces of the writing, because they will be abandoning the Qur'an, they'll be forsaking the Qur'an, they'll be neglecting the Qur'an, they'll be betraying the Qur'an. That's why nothing will remain of the Qur'an but the traces of writing, Masajiduhum amiratun wa hiya kharabun min al-huda. You will know that age when it comes, because the masajid, plural of masjid, would be grand structures, iron and steel, multi-million-dollar buildings, but devoid of guidance. Look around you today and you'll see them. The more misguided they are, the bigger the masjid they built. Yes, the masajid would be grand structures but devoid of guidance. And Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam ended with this. He said, "Ulama'uhum sharrun nas mimman tahta adim as-sama." The ulama of that time, the religious scholars of Islam at that time, and of those people, would be the worst people beneath the sky. Min indihim takhrujul fitna wa fihim ta'ud. From them will emerge fitna, that which be not only a test and a trial, but a catastrophe for the people. And they will be the centers of fitna. Fitna will return to them. The crown prince, Muhammad bin Salman, I think is his name, the son of King Salman, the youngest son, when he's behaving like a schoolboy. All that King Abdulaziz ibn Saud and his sons had built over almost 100 years while functioning as clients of the United States of America and Britain, and consolidated their power in that country. It's all now under threat of collapse because of this young man. My feeling is that it's not just Muhammad bin Salman attempting to consolidate power in Saudi Arabia. And I want to suggest to my viewing audience around the world that there's another picture behind this picture of a grab for power. That Pax Americana is now in irreversible decline, and that Pax Judaica is now set to replace Pax Americana. I think they are now convinced also that our analysis is that the nuclear war or Malhama is around the corner, and that Israel will soon make a grab for power, that there will be a great war, and in that great war the territory of Israel is going to expand dramatically, or at least they're going to attempt to expand dramatically, in order that the biblical frontiers of the Holy Land, that is from the river of Egypt, that is the river Nile, to the river Euphrates, that is what the Bible says. And the Qur'an, of course, and the Hadith confirm this is false, but that's what they believe. So Dajjal cannot rule over Israel and claim to be Al-Masih or the Messiah unless and until Israel expands its territorial frontiers to encompass the false biblical frontiers of the state. The Saudi religious leaders and the Saudi part of the Saudi regime now recognize that this is the reality that they face. And as soon as that war takes place, which can be any time now, let me return to a prophecy of Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, in which the Salafi are in disagreement with me, as usual. Our Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam prophesied amongst the signs of the last day the advent of Imam al-Mahdi. And he said that the event which will trigger the emergence of Imam al-Mahdi, in which he'd publicly come out in public and declare himself to be the Mahdi, would be the death of a Khalifa. And upon the death of that Khalifa, there will be disagreement concerning succession. It is as plain as daylight to me. And I've said this for the last, how many, maybe 20 years now I've been saying it, that the Khalifa who will die, I want to suggest, would be a Saudi king. No, said the Salafi. It has to be a Khalifa, so the Khilafah will be restored. The restoration of the Khilafah before the advent of Imam al-Mahdi had become a cardinal part of their belief system. Well, they can keep waiting for that. My analysis has been different. I don't know whether there's any other scholar who has supported me on this view, but I have been very plain and clear and public in my statement that I am of the opinion that the Khilafah who will die would be a Saudi king. And there have been many who have supported this view, who have accepted it. And when the Saudi king dies, there will be open disagreement concerning succession. This could possibly happen with the death of Salman. While Salman is still alive, he has the power in the country. But when Salman dies and his son Muhammad is now going to become the king of Saudi Arabia, I think I may just be right that would be the moment when we're going to have open disagreement within the Saudi royal family concerning succession. At that time, said the Prophet ﷺ, a man will come out of Medina and hurry to Mecca. And the people of Mecca will come out to him and urge him and force him to accept the bay'ah to become the Khalifa. So the Khilafah state would be restored with Imam al-Mahdi, because he would be Imam al-Mahdi. And he would accept the bay'ah, or the oath of allegiance. I think it's at the Kaaba by the Black Stone, between the Black Stone and Maqam Ibrahim, I think. And he would proclaim himself to be Imam al-Mahdi. Which means that perhaps King Salman has a few years well to live again, because I'm not anticipating that this can take place before the Malhama. The Great War has to take place first. Dajjal's day, like a week, may have already commenced, but Pax Judaica, I don't think has as yet commenced. And when Pax Judaica commences, it will only be a very short period of time. And then Dajjal will declare himself to be the Messiah, and then the Imam can emerge. I anticipate that this is going to take a few years. I don't know how King Salman is going to live that long. So maybe that I am wrong in my analysis, and some of you may be able to correct me. Remember that when I give an opinion, you must never accept my opinion unless you are convinced that I am correct. And I have been wrong in the past, yes, I have been wrong. I anticipated that nuclear war will take place this year. It has not taken place so far. Last year it had not taken place. But I know it's coming. It's coming soon. When it'll come, I don't know. So these are my brief comments concerning the events in Saudi Arabia.